Hey guys, Sean here at Vulcan Performance, and today we're going to talk about some simple lifestyle changes that you can do to try to promote better movement in your everyday life. When I have clients come in, all we talk about is lifestyle changes, and it's little things. We work on exercise and other things as well, but it's the little things that really make a difference in just how you think. Maybe less for your movement, but just how you think, how you're focusing on your things every day. And one of the things that we always want to talk about is if you have, say your goal is to get a better squat. You want to hit a deep squat, you want to be able to catch a snatch just like this. Okay, this would be a 6 snatch. If you could catch this, why not put yourself into the position that you want to catch it all the time? I remember when I was in school, a lot of us during the middle of lectures, and our teachers were cool with it, we would literally sit here with a notepad or a computer right here, and we would just be in the very bottom of the squat, instead of moving my toe in a little bit, in the very bottom of the squat in perfect position, toes forward, knee outside of toes. My hips are actually active right now. Just sitting here and just working. We'd sit here, I'd probably sit down for 5 minutes, stand up. 5 minutes, stand, keep on moving through it, and eventually you can get to the point where you don't need the wall to sit and just chill in this position. You can just be here, be happy, and have a conversation with someone else kneeling beside you. It's these simple lifestyle changes that put you in the right position, but always get perfect position. It's not gonna do you any good to get in the wall and get in the bottom squat where you're really in a plie. It's not gonna help anyone, okay? So always get toes forward, especially if you have an assistance like the wall, just get toes forward and put yourself in a better position this way. Another change you can make that's a simple change is sitting. So it doesn't really do, if you're sitting at this and you sit like this all the time with your toes out, your knees inside the toes, we're not very active, but at the same time, all these lifestyle changes are meant to change the way you think. If you're thinking about, I gotta have my toes forward, I gotta have my knees outside my toes, even during things that you're not very active in, that's gonna translate to when you are active. You're gonna think about it, it's just gonna become a reflex at that point. So when you sit, try to sit, toes forward, knees outside of toes. When you rest, splay here, push the knees out, do different things in front of lifestyle. It's not gonna do you any good to sit like this and just bring the knees in and collapse everything and just look defeated. Sit here, man splay, like K-Star says, and you can be here and just trying to go throughout your day thinking about these little tips. So sitting, toes forward, knees out, shoulders back, always trying to promote good movement. Another lifestyle change, guys, is standing, okay? A lot of us stand, we walk around in these defeated positions. In these defeated positions, we're not really accomplishing anything at this point. I've said it before, we always need to be active. If someone could come up to you and slap you in the belly, if their hand goes all the way to your spine, you're probably not active enough to support yourself while you're walking through life. So trying to stay active, think about 30% active. Somebody comes up, they could slap you, you're not gonna die from it. Okay, so just being active, looking like you have something to be happy about as you're walking through. Nobody likes a defeated person. Be happy, perk up. Okay, and that's another thing, it's just a thought process. While you're walking, to walk with your toes out. A lot of times we'll tend to walk like so, with our toes out like this. It's hard for me to even walk like that, but why do that? Why put yourself in a terrible anatomical position from the get-go? Walk with your toes forward. Drive your knees out when you walk. Simply walk with the toes forward. It's these little things that change how you think about life. All right, guys, one more lifestyle change we're gonna talk about, and I've talked about this before, but is our driving position, our toe position. For some of us, we drive 4 or 5 hours a day. Maybe we go on a trip and drive for a long time, or we hit really bad positions. So we get out of the car and we're blown up. And also we've promoted a terrible position for the past 4 hours. So yeah, we're gonna be in a bad position. So that position I'm talking about is with the feet. Okay guys, so we're looking at the floor of my car, ignore the leaves, but we're talking about foot position. So here, my left foot is just on the rest. So it's rest, it's not court to the side like so, because when it's court to the side, the knee tracks inside the toe. Okay, and we're gonna talk about the same thing with the driving foot. So I'm here, when I'm on the gas pedal, I can get here, my toe is forward. A lot of us tend to drive like this. I will default to this position too. My knee at that point is inside my toe. So trying to stay stacked, keep the toe up, and when I transition to the brake, I simply pivot over and hit the brake. If you need to, you can take your full foot off and move it over, but try not to come here. Simple lifestyle changes, staying stacked. All right guys, so we've talked about a lot of different lifestyle changes, 4 in particular, so try to hit these. Again, it's not about how you move when you're not active, when you're passive, but at the same time, it's a thought process. You start changing your thinking as to what good position is and what good resting position is. So just changing your thoughts will change how you move when you get active. So let's change our lives, guys.